to reopen the country intensify. Protests continue as states work to ramp up coronavirus testing.
Also this afternoon, the local business owners petitioning the governor to get back open and get back to work. Why they say it's a matter of survival. I'm Margaret Johnson. I'll have that story for you.
And we begin with breaking news this afternoon. North Carolina health officials are reporting nearly 7,000 COVID-19 cases. That's up by more than 187 since yesterday. 427 people are being treated in the hospital for coronavirus symptoms. 34 more people have died, bringing the state total to 213. The number of new cases in North Carolina have been decreasing since Sunday. Also breaking this afternoon, a Lowe's food employee at a store in Burlington has tested positive for COVID-19. We're told they worked at the location on University Drive. Lowe's Foods says the employee is receiving medical care. They also have increased cleaning and sanitizing procedures at the store, which remains open for business. 661 people have tested positive for coronavirus in the Piedmont Triad. You see there, Guilford County is approaching 200 total cases. 14 people have died there from the virus. Forsyth County has 131 cases and 5 deaths. Davidson, Randolph, Alamance, and Davie counties are also seeing significant cases with 6 deaths in total. 8 counties in our area are reporting 20 or fewer cases and 5 deaths in total. We know of 223 people in Alamance, Davidson, Forsyth, and Rockingham counties who have recovered from COVID-19. The FDA has issued an emergency use authorization for the first at-home test for the coronavirus. The kit is made by LabCorp, which is based in Burlington. The company says the test allows nasal swab sample collections to be done at home. That reduces the risk of transmitting the virus to others and the demand for personal protective equipment. The kit will be distributed first to frontline healthcare workers and first responders who have coronavirus symptoms. A $500 billion coronavirus relief bill, which includes funding for testing, has reportedly been agreed to. That's according to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. This coming as many states are weighing how and when to reopen for business. Matt Pritchard has more from Washington.
These are all locations.
President Trump putting the onus on states, encouraging added testing with the goal of an economic reopening.
We'll be doubling our number of daily tests if the governors bring their states fully online through the capability that they have.
A list of federal and private labs, along with a rev up in test production, were the president's focus. But some states say, in terms of opening,
we're following the guidelines that were just put out by the president on Thursday evening, which call for downward numbers for over a period of 14 days, which we don't have.
Others, though, have pressed forward. States like Tennessee announcing businesses across much of the state could open by next week, and Georgia shooting for the end of this week.
We will get Georgians back to work safely without undermining the progress that we all have made in this battle against COVID-19.
And all the while on Capitol Hill, talks are reportedly at the finish line for a $500 billion aid package aimed at hospitals, small businesses, and enhanced testing capability.
There's still a few more I's to dot and T's to cross, but we have a deal, and I believe we'll pass it today.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell had scheduled a Senate session this afternoon for the possibility of a vote. That could happen around 4 o'clock this afternoon. President Donald Trump is temporarily suspending immigration into the United States because of COVID-19. He tweeted Monday night he will sign an executive order to protect the jobs of American citizens. It's unclear how that order will be carried out or how long the suspension could last. Breaking news in Raleigh, hundreds of people are rallying in the state capitol. They do not want Governor Roy Cooper to extend that stay-at-home order, which expires April 30th. The group is called Reopen NC, and it's demanding businesses be allowed to reopen during the pandemic. Protesters say the economic toll of the stay-at-home order outweighs the public health benefits. Several politicians, including Republican Congressman Dan Bishop, are attending today's event.
As we've seen the pandemic move forward, we've seen more and more partisanship. So I think this is what we're seeing nationally is the rise of people pushing back on what they perceive as government overreach.
The protest does not violate the stay-at-home order as long as people remain 6 feet apart to limit the spread of the virus. Salon owners who are struggling from the Triad and across the state are petitioning the governor to allow them to go back to work next week. Our Margaret Johnson is following the story as she continues to work from her own home. Margot, what did you learn?
Well, good afternoon to you, Meredith. We are hearing from Robin Scott this afternoon. She is a small salon owner in Forsyth County. She operates the Weave Shop in Clemens. She's been out of work now for over a month with no money coming in. She's digging into her savings to pay bills. She signed that petition asking the governor to allow the salons to reopen by the end of next week. They would only have one customer in the shop at a time, by appointment only.
I know for a fact once they allow me to start working again, my business will be booming. So I honestly don't think it can put me out of business. It's just a matter of when I decide that. It may make me homeless if they prolong it and I can't pay my bills. I have people just waiting for the door to open.
So what do you say to the governor about this petition?
It's very important. We are essential. You have allowed for ABC stores to be open. You have allowed for health and cosmetic stores to be open, but you have shut down the beauty salons. And it's a lot of people that's really dependent on this to get up so that we can go back to work and take care of our families and keep a place to live.
Well, in the meantime, she is doing whatever she can to stay afloat until she does go back to work. She's making face masks, close to 200 of them in the last 2 weeks. Initially, she made them for family members, but once she posted them on her Facebook page, other people wanted them. They come in all different colors and styles. So at $5 each, she's making some supplemental income, enough to pay some of the utilities and buy grocery. In addition to that, Robin also makes desserts like cakes, candy apples, and other sweet treats, all to help tide her over until she can get back to what she loves, and that's making people's hair beautiful. She told me many of her colleagues are ready for COVID-19 to be over so they can all get back to normal. Back to you, Meredith.
Thank you, Margot. Just certainly one more story, people doing what they can to make ends meet. We appreciate it. Well, the number of unemployment claims continues to soar in North Carolina. Since March 15th, more than 672,000 people you see there have filed for benefits. That's 12% of the state's civilian workforce. 579,000 of those claims are related to COVID-19.